So, I believe this is the first instance of you forgetting that you had a particular bottle in your collection.
Yeah.
Because you looked me dead in the eye and said, we don't have Rebel 10 here in the collection, we should pick it up, it'll be fun. And then we come back here and find this old girl hanging out in the back.
Listen, it wasn't one of my better days. It wasn't one of my better days. I, honest to God, thought we didn't have one. And you know what it was, is I got it mixed up with the Tin Cup 10.
Yeah, which you don't have.
Because I drank it.
Years ago?
Years ago. This is before, I think before you were even old enough to drink. So it was a long time ago. Not long.
You said Tin Cup 10 was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, for a low proofer, it's good. But we're talking about Rebel 10. So Rebel is a Lux Row product.
Yes, and Lux Row is...
So it's a distillery out of Kentucky. Where the hell is the one I have? So they make the... So Lux Row, they have their, which I can't fucking stand, double single barrel.
Double single barrel.
Well, that's called a blend.
I think I'll do a backflip on my neck.
It's a small batch. Double single barrel.
Does that bottle really say double single?
Swear to God,
I
bought it in Tennessee, and I'm like, oh, it's a double barrel finished. And then I came home and drank it, and I'm like, this sucks.
You got baited.
And then I looked at it, I went back to it a month later, it's two single barrels, so it's a blend. So end of the day, watch out for fancy words in marketing. I'm not very smart. Even I get caught up in that shit. This was 2 years ago I bought it. But anyway. So not Rebel, but Lux Row make a decent amount of stuff. That one is the bourbon. Rebel is kind of known, or Lux Row is kind of known for their wheaties.
Yes.
So the Rebel series, or the Rebel Yell series, is their wheated bourbon. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we've got these. You'll see around, especially in Texas, you'll see a lot of store pick Rebels, which are 120 proof.
Really? That's not bad.
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of Rebels that are finished with different stave profiles. And
I've never tried Rebel Yell, because why would I when Rebel 100 is like $20?
Right, and that's the thing. So when I worked at the store, right, a lot of people looking for Weller or, that kind of stuff. It's like
that in the rest of the free world. Huh?
Right, especially when it's hard to find. It's like, do you understand what a wheated bourbon is? And do you, and a lot of them are like, I just like Weller. I'm like, well, let me explain what a wheated bourbon is, right? And we've covered this before. A wheated bourbon is just corn, wheat, malted barley in different percentages. All finished in new charred barrels, nothing changes, but the flavor profile can be wildly different based on the wheated bourbon that you drink. So for a low budget wheated bourbon, like you mentioned, the Rebel 100, it's 100 proof, it's a wheated bourbon, it's $20.
Like $20?
$22? So if you like wheated bourbons and you're not looking to spend a lot, Rebel 100 is great. Now these are special because they're 10 years old, and they're single barrels. Mm-hmm. And so when we saw this in San Antonio when we were down, I'm like, dude, gotta have it, don't have one. And then when we opened it,
you remembered
a few weeks ago, I was just perusing.
Peru is a
country.
Perusing.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Don't hurt yourself.
That's all right.
Anyway, after we sampled it, it was like, hey, that was a good bottle. And then you come back and say, you're gonna laugh. And you pulled out the other Rebel 10.
Then I looked and I found this one. Now, to be fair, two different single barrels. This barrel was filled in 2019. This barrel was filled in 2014.
And they ended up being a good opportunity to compare the two.
Right.
And to do a spontaneous taste test, because there are subtle differences between both bottles.
Well, I'm not going to shit on Specs because it's so funny. But I bought this one years ago. It was filled in...
Is it a Spec store pick or...
Oh, I can't see. My bad. So this barrel was filled in 2009.
Yes.
Fuck, I need my glasses, bro. This barrel was filled in 14. I'm not going to shit on Specs. It's not their fault. I'm just a dumbass. But needless to say, when I bought this, I forgot I bought it.
Yeah.
Long story short. But when we compared the two the day that we did it, they were similar, but very different. And that's the fun thing about
they were
single barrels.
They were subtly different.
Right. So this isn't a store pick. This is just a standard single barrel offering. Brown sugar, weeded.
A lot of brown sugar. The other one doesn't have so much brown sugar.
Yeah, if I remember right, but
I think I wrote it down.
I know you did. But this is very brown sugar heavy. Very brown
Sweet
sugar.
as can be.
Soft, a little bit of funkiness that we've talked about before, a little bit of that weeded funkiness, but not overwhelming. Not like you walked into a
Yes,
fresh bunch of, alfalfa, but
Yeah. I wrote on Monday, September 15th. And much to his own surprise, my father discovered that he owns an older bottle of Rebel 10 Year, which he purchased sometime in 2019. He describes the new bottle, as in the one we were tasting today, as tasting more red. And he is also caught up on a generic tea note, which I liken to green tea. There's also a boiled peanut shell in the new bottle, not literally, of course. Although, and to correct myself, it might have been that the boiled peanut shell was in the old bottle.
I think we found it in both.
It's there in both. That might also be tied into the weeded funk that we have.
So I still like the red. Do you ever see that bit with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura?
Yeah.
Where
with the red Kool-Aid.
with the Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What kind is it?" And Bert's like,
Red.
"It's red." It's like, it's just fucking perfect. But now as it sat, what was that? 3 weeks ago?
Probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago? Now that's god dang it, that's opened up a little bit, man. It's a lot more like deep dark brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. Whereas the 2019 bottle, I also wrote down, you found to be more funky and musty between the two.
Okay. Man, that could have just been how it worked, but
Oh, I even wrote it down. The big man isn't that big of a fan of Lux Row.
yeah, they're not my favorite, but
Especially if they're going to write something as dumb as double single barrel. That shit's silly. That's very good. Very sweet, very light,
But I will say this though,
very red.
what I didn't get a couple weeks ago, a little more of a chocolate profile in there. I'm not getting a bunch of wet peanut shell or anything like that anymore.
Sure.
So that could have been just before the oxygen got to it.
Which might be also tied to that weeded funk that you've identified.
It could be. But I don't remember what we paid for this, but it wasn't
It was like $60, I think.
terribly expensive. But once again, for a 10-year
Age-stated product.
age-stated single barrel, and what does age-stated mean for those that don't know?
It means that there's an age statement on there.
Which means it's a minimum of...
Which means, it's a minimum of 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It can be older than that, like there might be some 14, 15
Yeah,
years.
it can't be. Why? That's a single barrel,
Oh, right, you are.
right? So if it's a single barrel, that means that could be 10 years on the dot, be 10 years 6 months, 10 years 11 months.
By the way, it's before 11 years.
Yep. So it's
And if it's not a single barrel, then it can have older product.
Absolutely. So like our Calumets, 14, 15, 16,
Yeah, those are not single barrels. Those could have older product.
it could have older
I've
product.
always wondered why would they put older products?
So when it comes to the blending aspect of it, not all your barrels are going to blend together well, right? So here's an interesting thing. So in a distillery, not every barrel can be a single barrel.
True.
Those have to be special, right? If you have a special barrel, that's a single barrel. Aaron from Smoke Wagon did a thing one day on Instagram about your your single barrel whiskeys that always taste the same. There's an industry trick. I'm not going to get into it. Maybe I will later, but they can fudge that a little bit.
Nah, get into it. That sounds interesting.
This is from Aaron. This isn't from me because I don't know.
Hearsay.
However, from what he had said on his Instagram post, if you ever buy a single barrel, like I'm not saying these guys, but I'm just going to use them as an example because they always taste very similar.
Yes.
Like a Bullet single barrel, a Four Roses single barrel, right? If you buy those, they almost always taste the same. And what he had said is that what they'll do, I don't know how it's legal, but they'll put a blend together, right, to get the flavor profile that they want, put that said back into a single barrel, right, let it sit for an undisclosed amount of time,
Like 20
and then
minutes.
now that's a single barrel.
I see.
But you've got 25 single barrels sitting around and they all happen to taste the same. So
They make a big vat. I can see that.
So-
whether the claim is unsubstantiated or
I
not.
don't know.
I mean, if I was setting out to make a single barrel that tasted consistent,
But
that seems like a reasonable way.
But that
do
defeats to me the whole purpose of single barrels.
Yeah, that's then cutting corners so that you could just put single barrel on the
Put it on
bottle.
there, charge $10 more, make it seem more special. But to get back to your question, the reason why you would add older whiskey is just because the older the whiskey is, the more mature it is, it changes the flavor profile. So if you have younger whiskeys that you're blending together, now younger could be 4 to 8 to 10 year whiskeys. I mean, 10 years not young. Let's call it 4 to 8 year. And you put that blend together with however many hundreds of barrels that you use, and it's just lacking something.
So you add an older whiskey, which is going to have more tannins in it.
Going to be oakier. It's going to bring more to the table. And that's why these blenders are so good, is because they know after they taste it, oh, it's missing this, or oh, it's missing that. And they know where in the rick house and which barrels that they want to add to make this taste the way it tastes. And that's why I've got the utmost respect for distillers and blenders, because once again, I've said it before, the worst thing that they make is better than the best whiskey I can make. Right? That's just the way it works. So
Give yourself some credit, old man. I don't think you're taking a crack at making whiskey because it would be illegal.
technically it's illegal and you can't do it. But getting back to the Rebel 10,
It's simply softened with aeration, whereas this one only got funkier over the years.
a little bit, but once again, I'm such a dipshit. I forgot I bought this in 2019. That's freaking 6 years ago. So it's been sitting on the shelf, and this is how much I drank out of it.
Yeah.
And this is with 2 pours for you and me from the other day. So when you have too many bottles of whiskey and you forget, you buy shit. But sometimes it's a pleasant surprise,
Yes, it was.
you know? 'Cause then
And-
we could compare the two.
And as far as the new bottle is concerned, which is pretty easy to come across on shelves, good offering. I believe you said you would buy it again.
Yeah, I would definitely buy it again, especially if you like weeded.
Mm-hmm.
And if,
Now, weeded, you don't usually go for weeded bourbons because you like.
they're harder to come across.
Excuse me, I think I used the wrong term. Weeded whiskey, not necessarily weeded bourbon.
Well, that's a bourbon though.
Yes, of course, but
Yeah. So I love it all. It's just there's, the market for bourbon is so big, and Maker's Mark has such a big footprint on the weeded.
they have a chokehold on the weeded.
Right. So when you get something like a Horse Soldier,
Horse Soldier was great.
or you get like a Green River weeded or something,
Green River's phenomenal.
you can find, and that's the thing. So the people that are always hunting for Weller, it's like great, but there's so many other. This David Nicholas, 1843, that's a weeded bourbon. Obviously all the Maker stuff is. What else? I said Green River,
Horse Soldier.
Larceny.
Larceny.
Larceny's, we'll do a review on that. Larceny's a weeded bourbon. So there's the Penelope weeded, we did a whole thing about that,
Yes, indeed.
right? We did the Bardstown weeded.
Anyway, to your point.
There's a lot of good stuff out there. So for people that are like Weller fanatics, like, oh, I only want Weller, I'm like,
Weller devouts.
expand your horizons, because you can find, like that Weller 12 is impossible to find. A Rebel 10, it's
Sits on the shelf.
only 2 years difference, and it's sitting on the shelf. And I believe it's at a better proof. I don't even know what the proof is on that. This is 100 proof? Yeah, it's 100 proof, which I don't know what the Weller 12 is, but
Probably what, 80?
probably 90.
90?
I'd say
That's
90,
nice.
right? But, I mean, I'm not going to say it, but I'd rather drink this, you know, than the
I
Weller.
hope so. It's more available.
Just
for the
because of
Weller.
how hard that crap is to find,
For no, and it's a screw cap, I might add.
right? But anyway, this was fun. I'm glad. I mean, we didn't video it because we were just being dorks and doing our own thing. But you know, it's fun. And I didn't want to do it today, but just to compare the two. But you know, Rebel Lux Row, God bless them, for as much as I dump on their bourbon and their
Rightfully so. Because
single
of the double,
double
single.
barrel or whatever the fuck
double
it's
single
called,
barrel.
double single barrel. I'm like, stop, dude.
This is very nice.
Yeah,
I will never ever buy Rebel Yell, and I probably won't buy their rye. However, Rebel 100 is good, and this 10-year, great expression.
and here's another thing: don't sleep on the store pick Rebels that are 120 proof.
Yes, that's a great value.
Oh, before we go, grab. There's a couple. There's a 110 proof.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
The Rebel.
Oh, in the back?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a 110 proof. Small, I think it's a small batch reserve, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the red label.
Nope. Here, show that. So this is a store pick. This is the Distiller's Collection. So they still have these types.
And this is the small batch.
Yeah, so this is small batch reserve. This is 110 proof, right?
Yeah.
But this, I sold so many of these because it's just a good. I smell that. That smells a little funky, but yeah, it's just a good.
Oh, yeah, the
It's just,
straight.
but it's a good weeded bourbon. So,
if you're all about that,
Yeah.
lovely.
and if you want to explore it, these aren't. I don't think these particular aren't, but like
They're
30.
what, $30, $40?
It might be $40. We don't have the Rebel 100.
Because I drank it all.
Yeah, we drank it all. But that's, you know, a $20-ish. So if you haven't explored the Rebel line, and these are easy to find, that's the best part. Now the 10s may be harder,
Yeah, just a touch harder.
but at the old specs today, they had this, they had the 100.
They even had the Rebel Yell if you're
They had
if you're a savage.
they had the Distiller's Collection, they had all that stuff. So if
What
you
is the Distiller's Collection?
it's basically their store picks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just they changed the labels up.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they change the labels up, but basically these are store picks. These I think are single barrels. I can't see.
Don't waste your time. You can't see it
I'm blind
anyway.
as shit. I know the small batch reserve obviously isn't a single barrel. Yeah, but that might not be a single barrel. Some of them can be.
What does it say that it was a single barrel? I think this is a blend.
Yeah, it's just a store pick. Store pick from Vegas actually. Was it
Yeah.
Liquor World?
Like a world.
Yep.
Fun thing they do in Las Vegas, they put big old stickers on the back.
Fancy stickers on there. If you haven't tried it, I would try it. If you see these sitting on the shelves for the value, you can't really go wrong, in my opinion. And then if you can buy a couple of them, compare the difference, see if that might be your new favorite.